Aloha, beautiful souls, and welcome to the Happiness Hub. I am your host, Marie-anne Rouse, gratitude consultant, entrepreneur, cheerleader, and your trusted guide on the journey to financial freedom and time abundance. You know, when we think of leadership, we often picture strategy meetings, whiteboards, checklists, and performance reviews. But today, I want you to picture something a little different. Gratitude. Because here's the truth. When appreciation flows through a team, magic happens. In this episode, number 78, we are talking about gratitude in leadership, how appreciation creates stronger teams. We are going to get a little nerdy with some studies. You know that I love that part. We are going to unpack a couple stories of leaders that you might already know but haven't heard about in this way. And I will share actionable steps that you can do to start today to lead from a place of gratitude. And whether you are a team leader, a network marketing rock star, a business owner, or a mama leading your family with love, this episode is for you. Let's start with a mindset shift. Gratitude is not just a nice to have. It is a success multiplier. When you lead from a place of appreciation, you boost morale, you encourage creativity, you increase retention, and you attract a team that genuinely wants to grow with you. Why does this work so well? Because every human being wants to feel seen. We all want to know that what we do matters. And when a leader says, I see you, I appreciate you, it doesn't just warm hearts, it activates action. Now, I did promise nerdy, didn't I? So let's get into it. Let's do a little bit of spotlight into gratitude and performance. So here, this study we're going to look at, it's from Adam Grant and Francesca Gino, and it was published in Organizational Behavior and Human Decision Processes. They did an experiment where participants were asked to help with a project. One group received a neutral acknowledgement like, thanks for your input. The second group received a more heartfelt thank you like, I'm really grateful for your help. Your support made a big difference. Now, guess what happened? The group that felt genuinely appreciated was 50% more likely to help again. That is right. One sentence of meaningful appreciation created a ripple effect of continued engagement. So why is that, right? Because when we feel valued, we want to contribute. That is a mindset every great leader understands. And if you're in the business of building teams or growing a family, this is one insight that can dramatically shift your results. All right, let's take a look at another. So this is Paul Zak, often called Dr. Love, because of his oxytocin research. What he found is that gratitude creates chemical trust, right? And we've talked about oxytocin before, we've talked about dopamine before, but here let's focus on Paul Zak, or Dr. Love. When someone expresses appreciation, the recipient's brain releases oxytocin, which helps build connection, loyalty, and long-term collaboration. In one of his studies with several mid-sized companies, the businesses with the highest performance teams also had one major common thread. They practiced frequent, authentic appreciation from top to bottom. No big bonuses, no extravagant perks, simple, genuine gratitude. Okay, so let's get into some real life examples and let's take a look into our first real life story. And no, this is not Oprah or Mr. Rogers. We've talked about them quite a bit. We are heading to Silicon Valley and we are going to be talking about Satya Nadella, who is the CEO of Microsoft. So Satya took over the company in 2014. At that time, Microsoft was innovative, yeah, but the workplace culture, it was more cutthroat, siloed, competitive, fear-based. Right. You can feel that energy go down. So what did Satya do? He didn't come in with guns blazing. He came in with gratitude and empathy. One of his first moves was to listen, really listen, to his employees at every level. He started building a culture of learning and appreciation. One of his most famous mantras, don't be a know-it-all, be a learn-it-all. And I'm going to repeat it because this is well worth for you to write it down. Don't be a know-it-all, be a learn-it-all. Gratitude became part of the communication rhythm. Teams started celebrating small wins. Managers gave shout-outs in weekly meetings. Employees were encouraged to thank each other publicly. And what happened? Well, innovation skyrocketed, employees' engagement increased, and Microsoft stock more than tripled under his leadership. And it wasn't just the tech, it was the mindset that created that. Okay, let's take a look at somebody else. And we've talked about this person before. Her name is Sara Blakely, and she is one of those entrepreneurs that a lot of people know what she has created, but not many people know who she actually is. So she is the founder of Spanx. She is known for selling fax machines before starting her billion-dollar business with just $5,000 and a lot of grit. But what makes her leadership shine is the way that she treats her team. Here's a moment that went viral. When Sara sold a majority stake in Spanx, she celebrated by giving every employee $10,000 and 2 first-class plane tickets anywhere in the world. Isn't that amazing? Well, I think it's amazing. All right, but the real story is what she did before that moment. Sara is known for writing personal notes to her employees. She's known for publicly acknowledging team wins. She is known for celebrating people's birthdays and personal milestones. She is known for listening deeply, even when she was busy. She once said, "You've got to pay attention to your people, not just their work, but their hearts." When you build a business on relationships rather than just roles, you attract abundance that lasts. Okay, so let's go now into some action stuff because I have 5 actions that you can take this week to lead with gratitude, no matter your title, your budget, or your business size. Let's start with an appreciation tracker. Start a simple thank you list. Every day, write down one person on your team that you are grateful for and why. At the end of the week, share it with them. Number 2, It's a weekly win ritual. Start your team meetings with wins and gratitude. Let's go around and share something someone else did this week that makes a difference. Number 3, sticky note surprises. I love to do these even around the house. Leave notes for your teammates or family members. You crushed that presentation. Thanks for showing up with great energy today. These tiny moments have massive ripple effects. Oh, and these are fun to put in suitcases too, so that when they travel and they open their suitcase, they find a little note from you. Well, you can do that with family, not your employees or your team members. Okay, number 4, celebrate small efforts. Notice when someone puts in extra thought, even if it didn't lead to perfect results. Gratitude builds confidence. And then lastly, I want you to ask these 2 questions once a month. Ask your team, what is something you did this month that you're proud of? And who on the team helped to make your job easier? Those 2 questions alone can shift an entire team's energy. And remember, this isn't just about business, right? Gratitude in leadership applies at home too. Thank you for your partner for how they handled the grocery list. Or maybe they filled up the gas tank. Or maybe they washed a car. Or maybe they took out the garbage. But say thank you. And they thank you to your children for being patient during long errands. And thank you for friends for texting you out of the blue just because. The more we live in appreciation, the more abundance we attract in our relationships, in income, and in the impact that we get to create. So if you only remember one thing from today, let it be this. Gratitude is not a soft skill. It is a leadership power tool because appreciation creates loyalty. Gratitude builds trust and recognition fuels the results. And you have the power to create that ripple wherever you lead. So beautiful souls, if this episode resonated with you, I want to invite you to do 3 things. Number 1, it's to subscribe to the Happiness Hub so you never miss an episode. We are on Spotify, we are on YouTube, and then we also share our podcast episodes on Facebook and LinkedIn. But the places to subscribe are Spotify or YouTube. Number 2 is share this one with a fellow leader, a team builder, or your business bestie. And then tag me on Facebook. That's the 3rd one. Tag me on Facebook or your favorite platform and tell me how you are bringing gratitude into your leadership. And remember, small actions make big waves. So until next time, a hui ho, toodle pip, and aloha.